know that many of our viewers are longtime experienced gardeners who probably have all the garden tools that exist, but many of our viewers are just beginning to get started with gardening and just starting out, maybe don't have a lot of money to budget for landscaping and gardening around their home. So I'm going to share some of my cost-saving tips for getting going with your gardening program at your home or apartment or wherever you are. Now, one of the things you can do to save a lot of money and also improve your plants greatly is to compost. And so start a compost pile somewhere, even if it's a bin. You don't have to have a structure, just a pile somewhere in the yard. And you can start getting free materials by picking up leaves in the fall and taking coffee grounds from local coffee shops, and just any kind of organic material that you have shouldn't leave your home. It should go right into that compost pile, and you could really improve your soil, especially if you live in areas like I do that have very poor soil to begin with, or very thin soil. What I've done at my home is build a compost pile where I want to have a future garden bed, keep that pile for about a year, and then after that I turn the pile into whatever existing soil I have, and I've got a raised bed without bringing in a lot of soil and plant materials. So with a little time, you can do those kinds of things. Also consider buying smaller plants. Now, something like this 1-gallon Yopon holly is going to cost a lot less than a 3-gallon or a 5-gallon, but it will eventually grow into that larger size. So you could put this plant in a terracotta pot, enjoy it on your patio for a while until it gets up to a larger size, or go ahead and plant it in the garden and just put some annuals in between it until it has time to fill in. But be careful about planting them at the correct distance. This plant tends to get about 3.5 feet wide, so you need to make sure that it has that much distance from center to center from the next plant, or it's not going to grow up to be as beautiful as it could potentially be. Also look out for end-of-season closeouts on gardening tools. I found these long-handled tools that are really handy for getting under rose bushes and thorny things, or for cleaning out under the mower. They were 50 cents a piece at the end-of-season closeout. I didn't need them, but I couldn't resist the price. This set of tools, plus a few others, was $2.50. Grocery stores and big box stores that carry garden supplies through the spring and fall often close them out at deep discounts when they're ready to start moving in their holiday or school supplies, so they'll have things marked down. So be on the watch for those kinds of things. Now, another way you can add plants to your gardens very inexpensively is by taking cuttings of plants from your neighbors or from fellow gardeners, or root divisions. Something like mint grows easily from a cutting. It's one of the easiest things to grow from cutting, so it's a great starting point. Or things like sorrel, you can dig up root divisions. Or if you have a friend who has a beautiful antique rose, taking cutting of it. I've got an 8-foot tall rose that started from a 4-inch cutting, so it certainly can be done. Other plants are very easy to start from seed. So if you want to plant parsley or dill, cilantro, many other herbs grow easily from seed packets. Now, I always try to look at the cost of a packet of seed versus a plant, because some plants you may not need 30 seeds that are in a packet. So look at that. But you can garden and grow plants very cost effectively by using some of these tips and techniques. So I hope that your budget won't keep you from gardening.